Hey everybody, it's Ashley Richardson back with another video, and that's Miss Richardson to you if you are a student watching. And today we are making a Mexican lasagna. Stay tuned. So when I first saw this recipe and saw how simple it was, it's something that I definitely wanted to try. The ingredients are super simple. You probably have most of these things already in your kitchen, your pantry, your cupboards, your refrigerator. And I said, I have most of those things already in my kitchen, so I definitely wanted to give it a try. So let's look to see what our ingredients are and what you will need to assemble this Mexican lasagna.
Like, comment, subscribe.
I won't you.
Peace out.
So here are the seasonings that I'm using. I'm using garlic powder, and I saw this new McCormick seasoning that I wanted to try. It's a chipotle and roasted garlic, and it smells amazing. Onion powder, black pepper, 2 packets of taco seasoning, whatever taco seasoning you choose to use. I'm also going to use 2 pounds of lean ground beef. You can use ground turkey, pork, chicken, whatever your meat of choice, and I like to use the lean ground beef because it just has less fat. You will need flour or corn tortillas. I have onions and fresh garlic. If I had green bell peppers, I would have used that too, but I just didn't have it, so I'm not using it. And then I have a pan here. I'm not quite sure of the dimensions of the pan, maybe a 9 by 13, but definitely something deep enough that it's going to hold 2 to 3 layers of your lasagna. And here are all your ingredients. It doesn't take a lot. It doesn't have a tomato base. So if you are allergic to tomatoes or tomato-based products, this recipe will be safe for you. The next step in the process is that I'm going to preheat my oven to 350 degrees, and then we are going to brown our meat. All right, so now that we have the meat starting to cook, I'm gonna go ahead and make way in the center of the meat so that I can add in my onions and my garlic. So I have my onions and garlic in there, and now I'm gonna go ahead and season everything that's in the pan. I'm not going to use salt simply because the taco seasoning has salt, and I'm sure there's some salt in this McCormick seasoning that I'm using, but tried and true garlic powder. Y'all know salt, pepper, onion, and garlic powder is the holy grail of seasoning. Onion powder, yes, I season my onions with onion powder. Everything gets seasoned. Black pepper. Let's put a little more black pepper. And then my new seasoning that I'm trying, focus, chipotle roasted garlic seasoning, yum. And let's see what's on the back of here. Yep, first ingredient is salt. And so we're not going to add salt because clearly this already has it in it. Nice, robust, rich flavors. Okay, and now we're gonna let this cook down some, and then our final step to seasoning our meat will just be adding the taco seasoning. All right, we see that our meat is brown. I have turned my temperature down to a low medium heat. I have my 2 packets of taco seasoning, and you just follow the directions as it shows you on the back. You brown the meat, you add in 3/4 cups of water per packet, bring it to a simmer, and then bada bing, bada boom, you are done. So let's Add in our first pack of taco seasoning, little taco seasoning. And of course, we're using 2 packs because we have 2 pounds of meat. So rule of thumb, for each pound of meat, that's how many packets of taco seasoning that you will use. And if you do not have taco seasoning, if you have the other spices like, I don't know, any cumin or cumin, however you pronounce it. If you have any chili peppers, other spices and onions and things of that nature, paprika, sugar, you can create your own taco seasoning. I have done that many, many times before. And I believe even if you use something like this Grill Masters that I showed you earlier, you can definitely create your own taco seasoning. Okay. So let's give that a good little stir. And now we're gonna add in 3/4 cups of water and 2 3/4 servings equates to 1.5 cups. So this is my full cup. So that's 1 cup, and I'm gonna fill this to the halfway point and add it, and that'll be our water. And we're going to let this simmer. Let the seasonings cook down. Of course, taste as you go. If it's not seasoned enough, you add in your seasonings to your own taste. I'm watching my blood pressure, so like I said, there won't be any salt added in this. But of course, you can amp up your flavors using the garlic powder, the onion powders, and other seasonings that you may have in your pantry. Okay, so earlier I said to bring it to a simmer. You actually want to bring it to a boil, and this will help in your mixture to thicken. And we're going to bring it down to a simmer after about 10 minutes, I think the packet said. And I forgot one component. This is why you always have to watch the videos all the way through. You can add in a can of beans. I have washed the can first, and I have rinsed the beans. And so I'm gonna add in a can of black beans. You can do black beans, you can do kidney beans, you could do pinto beans, but I'm gonna go ahead and add in those beans. And then add a little more seasoning to the pan, because anytime you add in an ingredient, you also want to add some seasoning. So I'm gonna do that off camera, and then we will be ready to assemble our lasagna. Okay, it's now time for us to assemble the lasagna. I'm gonna start off by spraying the bottom of the pan with canola oil. I have heard, let me reposition the camera real quick, and tell me if you all have heard this too, but I have heard that canola oil and vegetable oils aren't good for you, and you're supposed to maybe use like grapeseed oil or I guess olive oil, and there's another oil that I've heard people talk about. So you all let me know in the comments what you've heard about the oils, and what oils and sprays do you recommend that could be a bit healthier. But we're gonna spray the bottom of the pan with the oil, and then we're going to layer. We're going to do a layer of the tortillas, and then we're going to do a layer of the meat and beans, a layer of the cheese, and then we're just going to continue on as such. So here are all the ingredients here. And I have just Mission white corn tortillas. If you're watching carbs, they do have like the Carb Master or Carb Smart tortillas that you can use. So I'm just going to lay them down so that we get full coverage. And then we will continue the layering process. Oh, another thing that you can do is that you can rip the pieces of the tortilla to fill in spots there so that you don't have any blank spots or open spots. So that's what I'm just gonna do, just to kind of hit these corners and these edges here. I'm gonna kind of cut them, not cut them, but rip them so that we have full coverage. There we go. Just full coverage in the pan. And it doesn't have to be rocket science or anything difficult, just making sure that you can cover the complete area of the pan. Okay, our Mexican lasagna is assembled. I have, as you can see, another pan underneath because sometimes these disposable pans can get really flimsy, and I don't want, if there's any spillage or if anything happens, something bubbles over, I have another pan underneath. It is completely covered and we're gonna let this bake until the cheese is bubbly and golden brown, and then we get to everybody's favorite part, the taste test.
This is what it looks like.
After 20 minutes.
After 20 minutes.
Okay, we have allowed the lasagna to sit for a little bit, and let's dig in and see if we can get a nice cheese pull. Okay, there's the cheese pull that we were waiting on, and that's what the inside is looking like. Okay, it's now time for us to taste our lasagna. I have added salsa and sour cream to it because I love salsa and sour cream. Okay, and that's my bowl. That's the sour cream and the salsa, and it's not very aesthetically pleasing because I've already mixed it all together, but it's all going down the same way. So let's see what we twerking with here. Very good. With everything mixed together, the meat, the beans, the cheese, the salsa, the sour cream, I love it. If I were to do this again, the next time I would definitely do it with some pico de gallo, some diced tomatoes, maybe add in some cream cheese, cottage cheese, or some type of other cream component like within a regular lasagna, but definitely all together, it's really, really good. It's a simple recipe, does not take long at all to assemble. If you are allergic to tomatoes, like I said before, if you just don't like tomatoes, this is the perfect recipe for you. But the next time I do it, I'm definitely going to add some diced tomatoes. But let's get one more spoonful here. That's my mama in the background. She's making salad. Mama, wave to the camera.
Hi.
All right. Well, we have made it to the end of another video. If you've made it this far along, you definitely need to subscribe. Some of you keep watching the videos, but you never hit that subscribe button. So definitely subscribe, like the video. It pushes me through the algorithms. Comment down below. Let me know what you think of this recipe, if you try it, if you use different proteins, different beans, different cheeses. I just happen to use Colby Jack today, but let me know what you think of this recipe. I thank you so much for spending just a little bit of time with me here today. Again, my name is Ashley Richardson, and that's Miss Richardson to you if you are a student watching. And I have a special message from my major bestie to take us out. Okay, come on, Major. Come tell the people. And what do they need to do? They need to like, comment, share, and subscribe. And say we'll see you the next time.